Love and faith are psychic. How to develop faith, from the book Think and Grow Rich. Faith is a state of mind which may be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instruction to the subconscious mind through principle of autosuggestion. To acquire the ability to transmute the intangible thought impulse of desire. Let me read that one time. To acquire the ability to transmute the intangible thought impulse of desire into its physical counterparts, money in this case, but this can be applied to all areas of life. By following instructions about autosuggestion, affirmation, you may convince the subconscious mind that you believe you will receive that for which you ask, and it will act upon that belief, which your subconscious mind passes back to you in the form of faith, followed by definite plans for procuring that which you desire. Repetition of affirmation orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion faith. Any impulse of thought that is repeatedly passed on to the subconscious mind is finally accepted and acted upon by the subconscious mind. So, you are the creator. So, you don't have to settle for things. You get to decide. This whole life is a creation of your reality, of your perceived reality. And you know how nowadays everybody is like, oh yeah, I'm a creator, I'm a content creator, I'm this, I'm that, this type of creator, I'm a creator. You actually really are a creator. You're a creator in your own life. You're not only a content creator, you are a creator of your life, of your own reality. And how you get to shift and shape your reality is through affirmations and through knowing thyself, so that you can speak life over yourself. Sorry, I just got distracted. But yes, so that you could speak life over yourself and proclaim abundance over your life. I'm gonna read something for my little, I feel like Blue's Clues with this, like, that's but okay, this is written from me. If you want more wealth, and when I say wealth, I mean any forms of wealth. This could be wealth in money. This could be wealth in family. This could be wealth in love. This could be wealth in opportunities. This could be wealth in anything, all areas of life. When you want more wealth, if you want more wealth, your heart and mind have to be in coherence. They have to be coherent. Incoherence. Not incoherence, but inside of coherence. Your heart is connected to the frequency of abundance and wealth. Your heart connects you to your passions. And when your heart and mind are in coherence, you give that knowledge and intelligence a passionate home to transmute God's creation from mental or spiritual to physical reality through purpose, passion, and love. Moving through purpose, passion, and love is the best portal to birth anything from. So your mind and heart being in coherence is very important when it comes to manifesting your dreams and actually living in your dream reality and just living with ease, because we have access to so much information. Our brains are constantly taking in so much information, so much knowledge, and when you are connected to your heart and when you are connected to your intuition and what drives you on an emotional level, and you bring all of that intelligence and all of that knowledge down into your heart, then you are able to actually move through the world with that wisdom and that knowledge that you get, that intellect that you have. you are able to move through the world with that passion and be purposeful, because your heart connects you to your purpose. Your heart is the magnet to your life's desires. Like, it literally is. Love fuels discipline. I heard this on a video I was watching with Styx and Von Two Cut. I think it was like an old video. It was like how astrology and numerology are like cheat codes or something like that, if y'all want to look at that video. But yeah, I think Von Two Cut said this. If I might be mistaken, either one of them said it. It was on them two in the video. But love fuels discipline. When you love something, it'll be easier to maintain discipline and push through challenges. You can't hate your way to your enlightenment, and you cannot hate the things that you have to do to your enlightenment. You must love it all and give your journey and path positive energy, and your journey and path will begin to reflect that. Ashe. Embrace the darkness, because that is the texture and the foundation of your being. Accept the darkness and alchemize it into God creation. We try to not give our darkness the space it needs to be powerful. You know, like, our darkness comes out like during triggers and stuff like that, and you feel like it's valid because something made you feel this type of way, so now you gotta step into your dark mode. But you can use your darkness to alchemize your life. Everything that you have ever went through, instead of reacting to it, you have the power to create and alchemize a new reality from that darkness that you have been through, from that wisdom that you have gained from those dark moments of your life. And you have to love all of it. To get out of a dark space, you have to love it and you have to accept it. That does not mean you have to settle for it. There's a difference between accepting and settling. Just because you accept something doesn't mean that you settle it, because you have the power to change. Once you accept it and you acknowledge it, now you have the awareness to actually do something about it and to change it and to switch the directory of the alignment and get yourself back into more alignment. Period. Yeah. I have some other stuff that I want to say. So I was watching a seminar by 19 Keys King. Peace to him, because yes, he is very much enlightened. But he had like a seminar. It's on YouTube. It's called Unleash Your Higher Self, and he talks about how your confidence is your competence, and how you have to literally speak over your life. You have to chant these words out of your life. Use your voice to declare positivity over your life, and just abundance over your life, and wealth, and all of these things. And you actually have to do the work. You have to do the real work so that you can feel confident in even saying these things. Because like, you can talk all you want, but if you're not actually doing the work, you're not going to have the confidence to really stand in that and to really embody that. Because where's your work? You have to show your work. And I feel like we like overcomplicate things. We make things like hella complicated, bro. And it's like, bro, all you gotta do is sit in a fucking room by yourself and tap in with self. And there is so much knowledge and information out there for you to, there's so many spaces out there for you to learn and for you to cultivate that space for yourself. Because there's so many people in the world, there's so many different communities in the world. I feel like sometimes we we try to make it like we don't have anywhere to go, but you literally have the whole world at your fingertips. Even if it's just at your fingertips in this moment, that is still something that you can use to get to where you need to be. The phones are very powerful. Like, the phones are very powerful, and this just all goes to say to use what we have. We live in a very abundant time. We live in a time of AI. It can be scary because it's the unknown. It's something that has never been here before. But when you actually sit down and learn and educate yourself on these things, on these new things like AI technology and all of this stuff, you can actually use it to your benefit and make your life much easier. Like, we live in an extreme time of ease, so I just want everybody to keep that in mind and stop moving out of this fear-based mentality, because these are the times, baby. These are the times. It's like, you're not about to die. So, but the reason why I said that is because you either live and evolve with the times, or you quite literally do die, like spiritually, because you have to evolve. If you keep yourself stuck in one time period, or if you keep yourself in fear, you cannot elevate. You can't elevate out of that. Like, you don't get to enlightenment through fear. It doesn't work like that. So one thing that he said is, complaints are prayers to the devil. That will have you being so mindful of what you say. Complaints are prayers to the devil, but when we speak positive favor over our lives, we are activating God-like energy inside of us. And when we operate at good at all times, we tap into Christ consciousness. That's where you start to become a master, where everything you say comes to reality, and you have to be careful of what you speak. Everybody needs to be careful of what they speak, because whatever you speak, like, we don't realize that we really are gods. We are extensions of gods. We are creators. We are here to live as God's creation. So, and bestow the gifts of God's creation, bestow the gifts of what God has implanted in our minds, and bring it into this physical reality. So, for you to think that you could just kind of just say negative shit, just who cares, like, be aloof and all of this type of stuff, you don't even realize how much doom you are planting over your life. You don't even realize how, like, saying something small, like if somebody asks you for money and you just like, I'm broke, you don't realize how that is casting over your finances. And whatever negative thing that you're saying, it's time to find new words. It's time to find new pathways to get to where we want to be, because these things do not work anymore. And you might feel like you're being honest, or like you're telling the truth or whatever, but don't let that be your truth. Don't allow that to be your truth. Don't allow negative things to be normalized as your truth. Start declaring and speaking things over your life, and watch how your external reality will start to shift and merge into that, because everything is ever evolving. It's forever changing, forever evolving. But how is it evolving? Some things are devolving, and that's because of the energy put into it is just of a negative vessel. And you don't ever want to be a negative vessel of anything, not in your own life, not in anybody else's life, because baby, that shit gonna boomerang right back to you. Okay? He said, the cure is awareness. Once you become aware of something, you have power over it. But if you are operating in a state of unawareness, then you are dead in consciousness. So once you become aware of something, now you are at the heightened state of consciousness to be able to do something different instead of just settling. This is what I'm saying about accepting versus settling. You accept the fact that this has been what you were aligning with, and you love that version of you, and you get to alchemize it and change it. Just because you accept something doesn't mean you have to settle in it and be like, okay, well, I was saying I was broke, so I guess I'll just like settle and just, you know, we settle for too much shit that's just right in our face. Like, so it's so gullible, for real. It's like so gullible. You wouldn't just take some candy from some random ass man off the street. So why is it that you just take on negative energy and just make it you? Like, and the reason why it's easy for that to come over you and basically take over you, that energy is able to easily take over you, is because you have to strengthen your spiritual hygiene. You have to strengthen your connection with spirit and God and with yourself. Having trust in yourself is the most important thing. But you cannot have trust in yourself if you're continuously letting yourself down, if you're continuously settling in life. Because there is your higher self literally screaming for your attention. Like, every time you do something that's not in alignment with what you actually feel on a soul level, your higher self is screaming like, no, please, like, just do this. Like, while I'm sitting on my bed scrolling and all of this type of shit, knowing that I'm supposed to be making a YouTube video, knowing I'm supposed to be sharing my knowledge or creating something, it's an uncomfortable feeling lingering there, because that's literally my higher self saying like, girl, just get up and make the video. Girl, just get up and create something. Like, instead of just sitting there allowing yourself to rot in thought. Literally, you'll sit there. Like, I remember one time, I think my little sister was asking my other little sister, like, come on, let's go outside and play and stuff. And then she was like, no, I don't want to. And she was like, why? She was like, because I have to think about a lot of stuff. She was like, bruh, you want to sit in here and think? Like, you saying you don't want to do this because you have stuff to think about or something like that? That, like, opened my mind up, because it's like, nah, for real. Like, we really, like, be, like, we really be taking so much time to think about something that just needs you to actually do something, because you already know what to do, so it's nothing to think about. I be having to tell myself, like, it's nothing to think about. Like, it's nothing to think about. Just do it. Like, just fucking do it. Okay. But yeah, like, once you become aware of something and you continue to do those negative patterns, it's going to continue to feel worse and worse, because now you're aware of it. Now you know the damage that you're doing to your own soul. You know the damage that you're doing to your own growth and your own future by not carrying out those things that you're feeling called to do. And we can make, like, a lot of excuses and stuff like that, but you could make an excuse to not go to work too. You can make an excuse to not drink too. You can make an excuse to, I don't want to just say, like, not drink, not smoke, not do this, but, like, it's a lot of stuff that you can make a choice not to do. And it's a lot of stuff that you're making a choice not to do because maybe you feel scared of success. And that sounds so crazy, right? Why would I be scared of success? But it's because success comes with a lot of responsibility that you might feel like you're not ready for, or that you don't want to be accountable for. And you can't want all of this stuff and also not want to be accountable and not be responsible for the things that you want to have. If you're saying you want to have $1 million, you're saying you want to have this big booming business, but you're literally scrolling all day, or you're literally spending most of your time in an environment, whether that's work, whether that's school, whether that's friends, family, you're constantly spending your time in an environment that is not conducive to you and what you are here to do. Like, we all need to focus on what we're here to do. Like, that was the mindset that I had when I moved to LA. Like, I wasn't out there looking for friends and all of that type of stuff. Granted, I wish that I would have, like, tried to build more community out there, even though I do feel like I've built good relationships, because I am just a cool person. But I really wish I would have built more community, because yeah, but everything happens for a reason, so that's another thing. But yeah, when I moved to LA, I was focused on what I was there to do. Like, I'm here to dance, period. And I feel like that's the energy that we need to bring to life. I didn't let anything deter me away from what my purpose of being there for. And you have to get clear on your purpose, because a lot of us aren't clear, because we're looking at so much other shit online, so many other people's lives, and we want the things that they have, but we don't necessarily want their life. We don't necessarily want to do the things that they have done, you know what I'm saying? But this is why it's important to know thyself, so that you can get in alignment with the things that are aligned with you and your soul and your spirit, so that you can do the things that that align. I feel like I just like talking in circles just now. But yeah, your confidence is your competence. That's the work and training you do to know that you are confident. You can confide in yourself. You know you will stand up for yourself in any given moment. You are no longer passive. You have to be aggressive with your dreams. Don't be passive. Don't be passive. Like, you'll post on Instagram. You'll be making songs or something. I don't know who this message is for, because what? But you'll be making songs or something like that, and then you'll like post it on Instagram once, and don't really like promote it and really like, yeah, like that's my shit. Like this shit, yeah. Like, don't be passive. Stand in who you are and be confident in that shit. Be confident, especially if you're doing the work, because I feel like there's a lot of people doing external work. Like, you're putting a lot of energy into your creations, into your creativity, but the spiritual part is very important. And I think that's something that people are missing. You wake up and you get on your phone because you feel like you need to get inspired to create something, and it's like you are connecting with something externally before you're connecting internally. You are connecting with something externally first, trying to get that like trying to get that dopamine, trying to get that juice flowing before connecting with yourself internally. And you can do that all by yourself. You don't need no weed, you don't need no drink, you don't need no Instagram, you don't need no TikTok. I'm not even gonna get into this whole TikTok thing, but yeah, like, you don't need all of that to get inspired. You don't need all of that to get inspired. I just got another message. Once you become the person who you need to be to do the things that you need to do, like, you don't have to, it'll become your nature. So you don't have to motivate. This is something that Vontu Cut says too. You don't have to motivate someone to do something that is in their nature. Like, I don't have to freaking I don't have to motivate my dog to bark. That's in his nature. He's going to do that regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you need to do the work. And when I say do the work, I have a digital course coming out. It's perfect. I have a digital course coming out called Energetic Perfume. Sorry. It's Ethereal Glow Academy's Energetic Perfume course that's coming out on February 28th, 2025. And this is a course to really tap back into yourself and to really start to gain that power back over yourself and start to exude this confidence that you are yearning for. Because one thing that everybody wants is to be seen and to feel valuable. I think that is the main thing. Everybody wants to feel seen and to feel valuable and to feel important. And You have to realize for yourself that you are important, and there is actual foundational work mentally that you have to do to get there, and to also maintain that level of consciousness and to keep rising, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. Yeah, so don't be passive, be aggressive, be confident with your dreams. Procrastination is a mental illness that's faced on a daily basis. Knowing you're supposed to be doing the work, but keep distracting yourself because it's too painful. That is trauma. What we are waiting for. Oh, that was something he said. He said, "What are we waiting for when there's a whole planet for us to take over?" I'm going to read this last part, and I think this will kind of like merge everything together. I don't know, but let's just say, get into self-examination. Write everything you want to be down and figure out how to become that person. Most of the time when we don't know how to do something, it's because of ignorance. So what do? We educate ourselves. Everything doesn't have to be so hard. Everything don't have to be such a 1,000 steps, you know. At the end of it, it'll equal up to 1,000 steps, but to get to step one, it takes a few steps. You educate yourself and you learn. Like, that's it. We've been doing this our whole lives, y'all. We've been doing this our whole lives. Learning, educating ourselves. It was so many things that we did not know how to do that we learned how to do, but that was not really what we wanted to do. But guess what? We still educated ourselves on it, and we still learn how to do it. So therefore, you have the capability, you have the capacity to learn and to educate yourself and to gain the knowledge and the skills that you need to do whatever you want to do in life. Okay? It's just the fact that you're not putting that energy into that. You're putting your energy into everything else. So yeah, most of the time when we don't know how to do something, it's because of ignorance. So what do? We educate ourselves. When I don't know something, I learn. When I don't know how to do something, I learn. Now that you have the knowledge, you have to deal with the internal process so that you can execute. This is where all of that inner work is going to come in. This is where knowing your self-concept and having confidence in yourself and knowing the proxemics of your body and how you are moving throughout this world is going to come in. And it sounds like a lot, but y'all, it's actually really fun. It's actually really fun. Like, doing self-work, inner work is so fun when you decide to look at it like that. Yes, you will pull up like dark emotions, but that darkness is what is going to give you that strength and that power. And when you're able to look at your darkness in the face and accept it and love it, that is where the transformation will come through. Okay, period. Yes, now that you have the knowledge, you have to deal with the internal process so you can execute. When it comes to giving birth to these ideas, it's easy to abort it because of pain and not wanting to go through the pain of what it takes to alchemize that knowledge and those ideas into physical reality. You have to focus on the developmental process. Sorry, y'all, it's a little taller out there. You have to focus on the developmental process. When you create a strategic mind, you develop it by degree and faculties. You say, this is step one. I'm going to do this. Focus on this and focus on this masterfully, because if you do step one lazy, you will do step two and step three lazy, and that becomes your habit and your pattern. Everything you do, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And like, it might sound like, nah, like I'll be more focused on this than that. But are you really more focused on this than that? No, probably not. For real. You probably giving it the same energy and just not really aware, because you're not aware of yourself. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything in some extent. Everything is connected. If I put 100% focus into cleaning my shoe as I put into building my business, I don't even know why I said cleaning my shoe. I just thought of like dudes cleaning their shoes because they be cleaning the fuck out their shoes. But but yeah, like, if I spend like, let's just say like, I feel like there's a good example on the tip of my tongue. I'll be like trying to come up with good examples, but yeah. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. My camera about to turn off, but yes. Alright, I'm gonna say this last thing because my camera's trying to turn off. Stop waiting on everybody else and go be what you want to see by 19 Keys. And that is the truth. That is just chef's kiss. Stop waiting on everybody else and go be what you want to see. Go be it. Go be it. Go be it. Sometimes I wish I could just like jump to the camera and just like be the best version of yourself. Know what you can do. Know that you're powerful. Sometimes I just want to, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Wait, look at my dress real quick. I got the, okay, bye.